I want to say good morning to Matt Van Epps. And Matt, I haven't spoken to you since your primary election victory for the 7th. Of course, people know you won the Republican nomination. 51%. I mean, I think this is obviously a landslide. A couple of questions just real quick. Did you know going in on that morning, did you have any indication that this was going to be such a landslide victory in the Republican primary for the 7th?
Hey, Dan, good morning. Thank you so much for having me on. Honored to be on. Let me just start by saying you were the very first media we did, and you were kind enough to have us on back in June when we launched. And I'm so grateful for that as we work to get our message out. And we worked really hard every single day in all 14 counties. But no, we didn't think the margins were going to be what they were. We felt like we had surged ahead in the last couple of weeks, maybe by a couple of points, but we didn't know that we'd have the margins we did. And I think the governor's endorsement and the president's endorsement in that final week were very, very helpful too.
It's really interesting because, I talked to a lot of folks and everybody said, oh, this is going to be really close. This is going to be really close. And it really wasn't. As you sort of decompress and you look back on the campaign, what are you hearing? What do you believe with your political intuition? What do you think was the main factor driving such a victory for you? Again, at 51%.
Yeah, and let me say, too, just thank you to the voters. Thank you for everyone that came out. I'm so grateful and humbled by the outpouring of support. And as we thought back on it, there's a few things. We were the first to announce, and we did that to get in and talk about our background in special operations, small business, state government, still serving in the National Guard. And we traveled to all 14 counties and wanted to take the message forward as an America First conservative. And we built a very broad coalition. We were honored to be endorsed by over 40 local officials, from county mayors and sheriffs and highway superintendents and just a whole bunch of folks. And we built that over the 4-month process, in addition to the endorsements from Congressman Green and Jim Jordan, Mike Herodopoulos, and then the governor and president. And, I think it was getting out and building that very broad coalition, talking about the background. I think we ended up doing 20 or so debates or forums. I think the only ones that I missed, but the team were at, was because I had National Guard, and I think we had a fundraiser for one of them. But we were out early and just wanted to connect with as many people as possible.
You and I both know that a good part of campaigning is going out and shaking hands and kissing babies and all that kind of stuff. Did you find it a challenge to be able to do that and still, do your obligation to the National Guard?
It was a little challenging. The weekends that I had drill, that's what I have to do, and that's the focus. My unit's down in Tullahoma. I'm a lieutenant colonel, serve as a deputy brigade commander. But also about midway through, I had to spend a couple of days going up to Michigan to Camp Grayling, where we had some units, and part of my responsibility to travel up there with the commander and visit those units. So had to take in the Army, we'd call a tactical pause on the political side of the campaigning. But I absolutely love that aspect of service in the National Guard and hope to continue serving in the National Guard when we're successful on December 2nd.
There were many other Republican candidates. As I say, you did get the majority, but I know it's always a challenge to bring everybody together. I would love for the other candidates and their supporters and the people behind them to throw their support behind you. Have you heard from the other candidates? Has there been a significant push from inside the party to throw their support behind your campaign?
There has, and I'm so grateful for that. When the president endorsed on Friday, October 3rd, really shortly thereafter, Lee Reeves suspended his campaign and endorsed us, and then Stuart Cooper suspended his campaign and endorsed us. And I was so grateful for them for taking that leadership and doing that. As soon as they had done that, I called both of them. And since we won on Tuesday, I've talked to just about everyone I'm so grateful for my opponents and their outpouring of support. They ran great campaigns, and now it's all about unity. It's all about coming together. We're going to be out together in the coming weeks as we travel across the district. And I think that part is it's so incredibly important because the Democrats are throwing everything at this. I mean, Dan, this is not a walk in the park. The Democrats are energized. They know that this is the only election that'll be going in the country. And we absolutely have to get our team fully together, everyone on board, and we need to get everyone out and vote. The early voting starts in less than 5 weeks now. So we don't have an opportunity to take a break or a pause. We have got to continue pushing forward.
Matt Van Epps is joining us. Your opponent, Afton Bain, is dusting off the usual talking points for the general election, agreeing with others in her party that you, Matt Van Epps, went to represent billionaires. And she, of course, attacking President Trump's toughness on illegal immigration, big, beautiful bill as well. Any thoughts on, number one, how to respond? What are you thinking about maybe, I don't know, do you debate an Afton Bain? Is it even worth it?
Yeah, well, I don't think the contrast could be more clear. The values that we stand for are Tennessee values. They're American values. And we're going to fight really hard to drive America first forward and support the president. That is good for our country. It's good for our state. It's good for our district. And we're going to be taking that message forward. I'm not sure if we're going to debate. I think our message is clear, and the folks across the district, resoundingly supported us, and I'm so grateful for that. A little over 51%, as you mentioned. We won 12 of 14 counties, and for those who didn't vote for us, that's okay. We want you on the team now. I humbly ask for you to join our team, join this. We have got to have a united front and push forward so that the values that make our district, our state, and our country great are the ones that we continue to take forward and work against those socialist and communist values that have no place here in Tennessee or in our country.
Well, one of the things that as you look at this race, the Democrats, they always want to try to make these kinds of races close so that they can say, oh, look, even in, the 7th Congressional District in the state of Tennessee, Afton Bain got really close to Matt Van Epps, even if you win. So I think to make a statement, I would say that it's got to be a blowout, as much of a blowout as we can, to make a statement that the ideals that Afton Bain, puts forward just simply won't be tolerated because really people call her the AOC of the South for a reason. Let's talk some issues. So, what's happened in Israel between Hamas and Israel. There is a ceasefire, peace deal now going into day 2. You served in the Middle East. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Dan, I think first and foremost, the president has just done an incredible job. He's executing peace through strength. We go back to the strikes against Iran, and he drew a clear line and attempted to negotiate. And when that didn't happen, he executed peace through strength. And now we see the Gaza peace deal, which is, just incredible. The president deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm hopeful that that committee gets it right next year because it is transformative for the region. It's going to be transformative really for the entire world. And he's an exceptional leader, and that's what he does. So I'm excited to get to Congress and help the president and do whatever I can to codify the executive orders and to work to ensure that we can execute peace through strength.
One of the things, and of course you mentioned previously, and you and I have spoken about this before, but the National Guard, of course, is in the headlines almost daily, and they're heading into some cities all across America. And what are your thoughts on the Democrats, of course, as you know, from a judicial standpoint, they've been fighting the National Guard, doing anything of any real substance in some of these cities because these liberal judges are stopping them at every turn. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, this is about safety and security for our families and our communities. And the president has taken a a great approach to this. I mean, we look at Washington, D.C., where the National Guard was first deployed, and all of the crime data and statistics are going down. It's very, very favorable. Violent crime is down. Carjackings are down. The mayor came out and said, change the tune and said, hey, yeah, we want the National Guard here. And it's the same thing in Memphis. We're seeing really good outcomes, and in the president working with the governor and local officials to not just bring the National Guard, but to bring other federal resources and assets so that police and other federal assets can focus on the highest crime areas, while the National Guard are in lower crime areas and able to take on that role. And I think we're seeing really positive outcomes with this, and it's something we should continue to consider, and I'll support the president in those efforts.
One of the things that's in the news today, actually, I have not covered it, but it's something that I advocate for. But Pete Hegseth the other day, and this is again in the news, wants to have stricter fitness goals for the military. What do you think about that, being a military man yourself?
Yeah, well, I think that's absolutely right. We have to build a force that is focused on the warfighter, and that's what the Secretary of War has done. He's driven policies and is setting conditions so that we have the strongest fighting force possible. And that's what we have to do when we look at our near-peer threats, and we have to be best positioned to fight and win. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's closing with and destroying the enemy. I mean, that's what the military is designed to do. That's what the training is focused on. And he is setting very high standards, and that's how it should be. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the changes that have already been executed, and I think it's really exceptional.
Have you thought about, and I totally understand if you haven't, but have you thought about what committees you would be interested in serving on if you win?
Well, yeah, I thought about it a little bit, Dan, and I think going in the special election, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of choice. And I told the teams in DC that I'd serve at wherever needed. But I think as I kind of wrap my mind around that, I think the House Armed Services Committee is one that I would certainly be interested in serving on, with my background and also with Fort Campbell and District. I mean, Fort Campbell is it's a massive economic driver, and it's also a force projection location that has the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, where I served, the 5th Special Forces Group, and the 101st Airborne Division. And those are elite and very special units, and would be honored to represent Fort Campbell, those units, and to fight hard for Clarksville, Montgomery County, and then the surrounding district as well there.
All right. I'm unfortunately out of time. Matt Van Epps, is the website still mattfortn.com?
Yes, sir, it is. mattfortn.com, mattfortn.com. And just thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate the time, and just ask everybody to come out and join our team. We need you in this fight.
Absolutely. Again, mattfortn.com. Appreciate it. WTN. Well, that sounded good.
Yeah, well, I'm still feeling a little sick from you getting everybody sick.
I didn't get everybody sick. Did you hear that I shared everybody's in that text message? I talked about what that text message was.
I did, and I'm glad you did.
Call it the Murphy Show, calling me out for making everybody sick. Everybody knows it wasn't me, it was you.
Yeah, right.
Listen. By the way, I was just kidding. I'm not going to lick the microphone light.
Appreciate that.
Not in the microphone switch. I'm not going to do it.
Good. Wouldn't have been as bad as what you did last time.
Moving right along. You ever see that movie Step Brothers? All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Stay away from my drum set.
You notice that, Joan, when you and I get a little too gaudy, boy-ly,
a little too punchy,
little too whatever it is.
I just be quiet.
You just
I'll let you guys sink all by yourselves.
That's rich, Miss Fake News.
Oh, ouch.
You know what that is?
That's Sam clipping.
So Friday is vasectomy day.
Oh, no. Dan, don't do it.
Yeah,
Dan.
I'm getting snipped.
Whoa.
I'm imploring you not to do it.
Don't.
So
we had a big text message thread about this yesterday as well.
So what did I tell you? I don't even know how we got started.
Because we have to record a podcast because we haven't done Mostly Peaceful in a couple weeks. Because
that's right.
Because we've both had stuff going on. And
yes.
So then Dan said we got to record Thursday because I got the snip. And
I got the snip. I would love a piece of that wood.
Oh, stop.
Not after Friday.
So I don't want Dan to go through with it.
Why?
Because it's all bad. It's all bad what comes from that job.
Chris sends me this whole thing about how when you get a snip, it's like there's a more of a risk of
prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds of other, horrible things. And I'm trying to put it in, and I just can't get it in. Okay, you can stop that right now, young man.
It leads to hormonal imbalances.
Which the last thing that any of you need to see is me with my hormones unbalanced.
You could actually lose the libido in general.
And then your hair could fall out. Oh.
And then you could get depressed. And nobody wants to see sad Dan around here.
No, nobody wants to see sad Dan around here.
I honestly, I told him I would donate a portion of my salary to pay for the goalie, if that's what's really this is coming down to.
Do you know what Amy said, though? Because I was reading your text message, and she said, Dan with a lower libido actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. So there you go. Anyway, here's the funny thing.
Has anybody else told you not to go through with it? Because
no one
I was
has told
starting
me.
to give him horror stories yesterday.
I just want to let
off air.
you know that I'm your one true friend.
Okay, so
he cares very deeply about your boys.
As much as I do too, but do you know how much I don't want any more children? I don't want any more kids. So, and neither does Amy. And when she divorces me, my third wife also will be of the understanding that no, I don't want any more kids.
But there's ways around it without going under the knife, my man.
Listen, I'm a man of convenience, Chris.
Okay.
Let's move right along. So the best part of this, though,
pray for Dan,
is that the doctor said, yeah, you might want to take it easy for a couple of days, I've got red eye all next week. So I'm going to be doing that whole stupid 9-hour shift thing that I do. And
Marathon Mandis.
And I'll be apparently, crossing my legs or whatever. I'll be the guy walking around with a bag of frozen peas.
Oh.
After the snip, the nickname Marathon Mandis will take new meaning.
Snip. Moving right along. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, so Chris is all decked out in his Charlie Kirk Remembrance Day.
I got my Charlie Kirk shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a very cool shirt.
Yeah, I like it.
We got to describe it. It's got Charlie Kirk on it.
Yep, and then it has Isaiah 6:8. Here I am, Lord, send me. This is one of the official Turning Point ones. I got a very nice email when I ordered it. They said, due to popular demand, this is gonna take like 4 months to get to you.
Oh wow!
And then it was at my house in about a week and a half.
People keep buying those Freedom shirts.
I know. I love them.
Where do you get? See, here's the funny thing. Where do you get the official Charlie Kirk version of that shirt? Like, where did he get that? Do you know?
I don't know where he picked up that one. I do know that all the Turning Point USA store stuff goes to Turning Point, obviously. And I know Brandon Tatum, the Officer Tatum, he's selling a bunch and donating all the proceeds to Charlie and the family.
So
you got to be careful. You don't want to get one off Temu or off Shein or enrich somebody who's just profiting off of Charlie's death. Like, that's not cool.
I don't think this is distasteful. But do you know what I recently found out about Charlie Kirk?
What's that?
He used throat coat. Did you know that? He did. He used throat coat. They were talking about his he like me, he speaks for a living. And, when he was with us. And he was always worried about his voice. And there was a box of throat coat in the studio where he would do a show. I had no idea.
People swear by it.
I do. Lately, I feel like I need like a heavier version of it.
Didn't we go through this and we realized that slippery elm lowers sperm count?
I don't care. You know what? As much as I need the lower sperm count, that's going to be taken care of.
Not in my household. Not in my neighborhood.
Anyway.
I love that we could retread some of the Biden clips.
Sure, absolutely. And Sam is having way too much fun with all of that.
Well, I do have some other audio we were intending to have some fun with. If you wanted
go
to.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Got a confession on record about our news anchor.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Too bad you can't find it. Oh.
There you go. Joan Jones. I'm doing fake news. I confess. I love it.
We should get her a blue sash that says "Miss Fake News" in
that would
cursive.
be so funny.
Can I have a tiara, too?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
I'm in.
You can have a tiara. All you want.
My wife's friend made her a sweatshirt that says "Red, White, and Blueberries," and she'll be wearing that today.
Aw.
Isn't
See,
that
that's
cool?
cute.
That's cute.
Do you know blueberries is a superfood, I'm told?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is. I have become so addicted to blueberries. It is like I bought a big thing the other day.
In the
Stop it.
supermarket?
Yes, in the supermarket.
Okay.
You two got to get your minds out of the gutter.
Says the guy with scissor sound effects.
I know, right? Jeez.
So
It's not even the tool they use.
That's not even part of the procedure.
If they pull those out, you're in trouble. They call those loppers in the doctor's office.
do they? I don't know what they actually do. I don't have no idea what they do.
It's a scalpel.
It's a scalpel.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Anyway, moving right along.
Big knife.
So I love blueberries.
You made sure the
that.
doctor didn't have shaky hands, right?
Yeah, you know what's funny? So I go in there. This is actually very funny. I went into that same doctor. I didn't even remember this. I went into that same doctor like 8 years ago.
Is this the second time you're doing this? Did the first one not take?
No, I forgot to go back. Because COVID happened and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know what happened. I know what happened. Things were going downhill and I just didn't think I was ever going to have a girlfriend again. So I just, screw it. I don't need it. And then...
Hey, 3257 says that he is 83 years old. He was snipped in 1974.
Attaboy.
And none of the problems that Chris mentioned occurred.
By the grace of God.
Okay.
Okay, so if your hatred of what do you call it? Getting the big foreskin circumcision.
Yeah, big foreskin.
So if you are criticizing big foreskin, what would you say about getting snipped? That big what?
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
That's big scalpel.
Big scalpel.
So, there's going to be a numbing agent introduced.
Yes.
And then they're going to...
It's just a needle about this big.
Then they're going to pull the scalpel out. And then
How
you'll
long
be sitting
does
on
the
an ice
numbing
pack.
agent work? It's probably not that long.
Well, see, I was telling
right?
Dan about a friend of mine who it didn't take.
Oh, the
numbing
numbing agent didn't take?
And yeah.
Oh.
And so...
You've heard about those surgeries where people go under, but they can feel everything, but they can't move?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've been trying to block them out, Chris. Thank you, though, for all of that, Sam and Chris.
I'm just trying to be a true friend.
So, again, no more kids. I am almost 58 years old, and the last thing the world needs is any more Dans running around. So that's what I'm going to do.
I think the people need more Mandis.
Hey, you know what? I would actually agree with that. Just ask the people on the super text line that have been hating on me all day.
Are you going to at least freeze some boys just in case of an apocalyptic situation where we need to repopulate?
Do you know, last time I checked, there wasn't a lot of people clamoring for some Mandis boys.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Well, apparently blueberries are good for them.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. All right,
For
very good.
motility.
So our event tonight was canceled, and we had to talk about that. Security concerns. So do you know what my wife is doing today?
What's that?
She's going down to the garden store, and she's buying 3 blueberry bushes for us to plant at the house.
That's cool.
So we're gonna plant some blueberry bushes. We're gonna crank some worship music, and
I love that.
That's how we're gonna be spending our evening.
I love that. Blueberry bushes.
Yep.
Do they grow in Tennessee? I don't even know this.
I have blueberry bushes.
You have blueberry bushes?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
You can grow almost anything in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, because the people that are screaming about the palm trees at In-N-Out are up in arms.
Oh, they just don't think it goes
you can't
there.
grow palm trees in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's what people say.
The In-N-Out in Murfreesboro has the sign on it now.
Ooh.
I'm so hype.
Big hype?
Big hype.
Okay.
When we went to Arizona, we went for the memorial service. Well, first, we went to the vigil that they have at headquarters, which was unbelievable. And there was a lot of blueberries there. But my wife and I exclusively ate In-N-Out Burger the entire time we were there.
Did you really?
That's all we had.
Wow.
That's all we had was In-N-Out.
Okay.
It was
And
awesome.
do you think that you're going to get tired of In-N-Out when the time comes? How close is the Murfreesboro to your home?
It's on Medical Center Parkway, so I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. You add about 30 minutes of that to get through the drive-through line. You'll be fine. Yeah.
30 minutes. I'm thinking, I said to the kids, I'm like, it's going to be about a 3-hour wait, guys.
Well, it is. I mean, in L.A., you have, I kid you not, it's like McDonald's. In L.A., you've got an In-N-Out every few blocks.
In Phoenix, there's only like 10 of them. So there was
Vegas, I think, only has 2.
There was pretty long lines in Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, so it's going to be crazy. As much of a fan of In-N-Out as I am, I don't know if I'll even be going for the first couple weeks because it is going to be so insane. However, because of my hours, I can get off of work and I can go there to be in line by 9:30 for an 11 o'clock lunch.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's exactly. Murphy Show is Matt and I have a date. We are set. I'm going to introduce Matt Murphy to his very first In-N-Out burger.
You got to go animal style, Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It's
What is animal style? Hang on.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like with the secret sauce.
Thousand Island dressing, caramelized onions.
Animal style is all of this stuff. I don't like animal style because it makes it goopy. I don't like goopy.
You going to play the snip sound effect again?
You know what? Oh my gosh! I just realized what you said.
It does make it a little drippy, but it's worth it.
My Lord. All right, very good.
La 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 la. I'm covering my ears. I'm not listening.
Anyway, so there you go.
Miss Fake News.
Oh.
It's going to be the greatest vasectomy ever, best of all time. You know what? I hope so.
The accuracy, the precision.
Are you gonna do endorsements like you did with your LASIK? I found a doctor and he walked me through the process.
No.
Let me tell
I
you,
don't
his
think he's a
numbing
listener.
agent took up real quick. I didn't feel a thing.
Listen, there's 2 most important things here. Number 1 is that it works. Because I don't want any more
One out of
kids.
600.
The proof in that will be in the
Do not
pudding.
take.
Yes. Okay. And number 2 is that the numbing agent actually works. So there you go.
One of them will know right away. One of them we may or may not know within a few months.
1 in 600 chance it doesn't take.
600, really?
That's low.
Wait,
Wow.
1 in 600? Are you serious?
Does that change your risk reward analysis, Dan?
I'll just get it twice.
Oh.
Let's get it
What?
twice. Can you do it twice?
Go
just to
back
make
in,
sure?
Doc. Go back in.
You know what? I want the extra. Is there an extra? I don't know.
Can I get
the extra?
Can I get the extra option?
Can I get the extra option just to make sure it works? Because whatever. I'm going to stop now.
At what time in the morning did you isolate the scissor sound effects?
And where did you get it from?
I got it on YouTube, and I got it as you were coming in.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, why? No, I haven't been overdoing it all day. I
Okay.
saved it for you, Chris.
All right, perfect.
Actually, there you go.
Did you save something?
Whatever. Anyway,
I'm going to be trying to talk you out of this every free moment I have
That's
up until the 0 hour.
for Friday morning, you want to send me a final Friday morning at 11.
You ever see the movie John Q, where he takes over the hospital to save his son? That's going to be me on
Is that
Friday
gonna be you?
at the vasectomy office.
As you're starting to go to sleep, you'll hear Chris going,
Just
"Don't do it."
doors kicking open. We're saving my boy. Get him out of here.
Don't go under the big scalpel, Dan. Don't go under the big scalpel.
Don't do it.
So
I'm not going nuts.
Oh, look at the time. It is 8:53, Nashville's Morning News. I had a really good line today, and I feel like it got lost, Chris.
What was the line?
And, it had nothing to do with, the snip. No. What it had to do with, I was talking about J.B. Prickster.
Yes.
And then I said, and that other prick, George Stephanopoulos. I thought that was a great line.
I like it.
Yeah, and it just kind of got lost in the shot. I said, when I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say something, I like say it really fast, hoping that nobody notices.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I don't get any attention from my, devious little line, then I feel like I've got to draw attention to it.
You got to double down.
And then I've got to double down. That's exactly right. But wasn't that a good line?
I like it.
And that wasn't even planned. It just came right into my head.
This is where the Marconis come from.
That's exactly right, Chris.
I got a text here from 1479.
Yeah?
Said the numbing effect didn't take on one side for me.
Oh.
Felt like the doctor was stretching it to the ceiling and slapping it like an upright bass. You sure you want to go through with this, Dan?
I do. I have to. My wife.
That happened to me when I had one of my babies.
Oh, no.
Only worked on one side.
Oh, no, Joan.
Yeah. So it's possible.
And that's
those
a
things
human
happen.
being.
Yeah. It happens, Dan. I'm sorry to tell you.
Listen, I would rather that than have more children. And by the way, my lovely wife is wants me to do this too. And since I don't want a second divorce.
Well, the nice part is that they're not going to put you under, so you'll be wide awake the whole time.
I think they have a mirror. They'll be able to point it down there and you can watch if you want to.
Nope, that's actually not going to be happening.